All right. Well, howdy, everyone. So glad you could all make it to our webinar today. Today is February 25th of 2021. And man, do we have a good one today. It's going to be short and brief, but I guarantee you the content is extravagant. Cameron is going to be our host today, talking about some free resources that you can use to learn AppSheet that you wouldn't otherwise know. I'm hoping that I also learned some new things today because he always is very insightful. So Cameron, if you want to go ahead and go to the next screen. If you haven't checked out our new paths on appsheettraining.com, be sure to do that. They are awesome. I believe they're still $39, but I could be wrong. Cameron, is
Yeah,
that
absolutely. They're still $39.
perfect? Perfect. As well as our Chrome extension, which is completely free. It is rebranded under the name AppSheet Toolbox. It is so helpful if you haven't used it. We do have some videos posted before to kind of explain how that works. So yeah, and then we'll go to the next one.
Yeah, awesome. Thank you, Clark, for sharing those two things real quick. Because we're actually going to cover those a little bit more in depth throughout this demo. And so in this demo, we're going to talk about free resources to learning AppSheet. And so this is just our favorite ways that we've learned AppSheet personally, and different just links, different resources for you to learn how to develop AppSheet. So yeah, let's go into the next slide. So AppSheet Training is the first one. And so On Demand is actually the one resource in this that is not free. And so let me get it out of the way. AppSheet On Demand, AppSheet Training On Demand is just our paths, their courses that are a guided and curated path. So a list of video modules that teach you a specific topic. So we currently have ones that cover advanced template and documentation and document generation. And so this will teach you how to trigger and create workflows and reports for creating reports and documents. And then also we got advanced UX, which teaches you a whole lot of cool user experience and user interface tricks with AppSheet to kind of push AppSheet visually a little bit further than you would whenever you get like the surface level training. And then we got AppSheet proficiency, AppSheet fundamental concepts, where we teach you the fundamental concepts for you to like be on the right path to understanding how everything works inside of AppSheet, and kind of have the lingo down and the core concepts like data normalization and all those fun things. And then we got data analytics. Our friend Pedro did this course for us. It's over Google Data Studio, and we love it. He's incredible. And this just teaches you how to build out dashboards on Google Data Studio using your AppSheet data. And so, yeah, we love these courses, and they're all currently on sale for $39, which is incredible. And so our next resource is going to be AppSheet IQ. This is a learning dashboard that our president Stefan has created. We had it internally for a while on an AppSheet app, and we really saw the value inside of it and wanted to share it with the AppSheet community because we found it truly valuable. And so what this dashboard is, you'll have to go to appsheettraining.com. And when you go there, you'll have to click AppSheet IQ. If you go to AppSheet IQ and you're not logged in, there's going to be a little pop-up that comes up, and it's going to say, please log in, essentially. And then whenever you log in, you'll be able to sign up for AppSheet IQ. Once you're on AppSheet IQ, it's totally free. And you'll be able to click into different categories, and it has different topics for you to learn within those categories. And so this is just a super extensive list of how to master AppSheet. And
If you couldn't tell, Cameron does not have a lot of mastery in AppSheet. He really needs to go over some of these paths.
I I have not updated my my IQ on this platform yet. So if you click on data design and let's say I click on key values, over here it says the difficulty to learn it, how high of a priority is to learn. So it's a pretty easy thing to learn. The priority is really high because every single table needs a key. It's one of the most important things you can learn in AppSheet. And so it takes the it takes the values for how difficult it is and how high the priority is to learn, and kind of runs it through an algorithm for how important it is for you to learn, because we want to teach you the things that are most important and the easiest thing to learn first. And so those topics, the top three highest scoring topics for those for the algorithm, shows up right here in suggested topics. So these three right here are usually the ones that you want to focus on first. So let's click on one of them. So it says key values, and immediately it shows you a video that covers that topic, as well as documentation. That if you click the documentation, it takes you to AppSheet's official documentation for that subject. And then once you feel confident, you can rate on a scale how familiar you are to it. So obviously now I'm a master at it. And maybe you just read through the documentation and you haven't got full experience working with it, and so you just want to click familiar at the moment. And then you can update it later on. And so this is all the reason why you have to log in, is because this is all curated to your own proficiency in AppSheet. And so yeah, it's awesome. If you have something specific you want to learn, like if you just finished the advanced UX course and you want to have an audit of where you're at in the sense of UX, you can run through these and see where you score. It's awesome. And there's a little graph right here at the very top that shows where you should focus on. And we just love this tool, and we think it's incredible. Our next thing is the AppSheet Expression library. So we're currently working on this right now. We have about half of all the expressions for AppSheet in the data as of right now. And if you follow our YouTube channel, then you've probably seen a whole lot of pink thumbnails for every single expression popping up in your subscription feed. And what this is for this page right here, the expression library. And so what this is an area where you can learn and get comfortable with expressions. And so we have a list of right now half the expressions all along the left side. If you don't feel like scrolling, you can quickly type in right here the expression and find the one that you want. So I can click, let's say, the any expression and click any, and then that's a bad one because it has test data. But let's go to contains, and contains will have a 2-minute video ish where our very own Ben Anderson has, which if you follow our YouTube channel, you're very, very familiar with his voice. So we go over just the basic level of how to use the expression, what each parameter inside of the syntax is needed, and then we give you an example on how to use it. All this information is also displayed in right here. So it shares with you the category and the return type. Also, will tell you what inputs are needed. It gives you an example of how it can be used. And then gives you the purpose in easy to understand English. And so also, if we go to here, if we go to is not blank, we see that right here, there's public snippets. And so these are snippets that are created through AppSheet Toolbox, previously known as QREW Tools. So now if you sign up to AppSheet Training through QREW Tools, AppSheet Toolbox, you can actually access your snippets here on our website. And what makes that super powerful is that you can actually go to your snippets and mark them as public. That way you can share with the community your valuable snippet. And so if you share a snippet publicly, it will pop up in this feed right here of suggested snippets that use the expression that's selected. We also think this is a super valuable tool, and we're excited to get the rest of the expressions out in it and have all the videos where you can just quickly resort to it's like understanding it in 2 minutes. And so right here we have a video that takes a link to the video that takes you to the YouTube link. And we also have a link right here that takes you to the AppSheet official documentation for it. So it's a super cool dashboard that just allows you to universally be taught each expression. All right. Next, we're backing away from AppSheetTraining.com and we're going to our YouTube channel. We promise not all these resources are internal. Our company has had a huge desire to teach AppSheet and really democratize AppSheet development. And so we do have a lot of training resources. So it does take up a bit of this demo. On our YouTube channel, yeah, we have topical AppSheet tutorials. We have webinars, live demos. Welcome. This is where we are right now. And we also have our expression catalog series, which is the previous page. And so going to our YouTube channel, it's just AppSheet Training. And yeah, we're constantly coming out with new content, weekly webinars, and we would love to hear suggestions for more videos from you guys and what you like, what you don't like. That way we can really home in on the type of videos that are most helpful to you guys. Also right here, we answer questions in our comments as well. And so if you ever have questions, feel free to ask them now. If you ever have questions, feel free to ask them inside of our comments. Just about daily, we go through all of our comments and we try to answer all the questions that we can. And so, yeah, usually we suggest going to a video that is related to the issue that you're having and try to learn and see if that video answers your question. And if not, feel free to ask it in the comments and we'll usually have somebody helpful respond to you.
I also will have my email posted at the end of this webinar. Most of you guys have seen it though. It is clark@qrewtech.com. And I will also be able to field questions if you would like to email me directly.
Yeah. And another cool thing about AppSheetTraining.com is that if you see right here, there's a little Facebook Messenger icon. And if you sign in through Facebook, we'll be able to respond to you using Facebook Messenger if you want to ask us any questions. And so if you respond as a guest and we're not online, it's hard for us to get to you unless we catch you while you're still on the website. But if you sign in using your Facebook, then we're able to respond back to you and answer questions that way also. And so, yeah, we just want to be a resource for you to learn AppSheet because we really believe in this platform and we really want to see it grow. And so now let's start leaving our own internal resources and start going outwards. Next is the AppSheet official YouTube channel. This YouTube channel is honestly great. We love it. And they do full builds. And so they'll build out a whole entire app beginning to end. Every time there's a new feature, they have a long video talking about this feature and showcasing it and showing you how far you can push it. Super cool, super helpful, and it's awesome just to follow and subscribe to, just to be up to date on what's new in AppSheet. Also, there's Office Hours. Office Hours is their webinar where they go over a lot of this same stuff. And it's incredible. And we think it's a great resource to learn as well. And so heading over to their YouTube channel, it's just AppSheet. It's AppSheet spelt how AppSheet's spelt and super easy to find. And they're honestly posting a lot of content, and all their content super valuable, and it's also a great place to learn. Next is AppSheet's other official resources. So starting off is AppSheet Documentation. In the AppSheet Documentation, there is tons of articles that teach you AppSheet. And so you can click on these topics and see, like this topic right here, expressions, has 150 articles. One second. So this one right here has 150 articles. So if you click into it, you have 150 articles about expressions, and security, users. And so if you want to learn a topic, these are great to go in depth. Whenever we actually hired Clark, we got him to read through every single one of these.
It took a long time. That was a long couple weeks.
Yeah. So our president, Stefan, has found this documentation valuable enough to pay employees to read through it all. Hello, welcome to the webinar. We appreciate you jumping in the chat. Rugved, thank you. And so yeah, this is the documentation. You can really ask anything right here. You can search for the articles, and it searches for keywords. And so let's type in format rules, and it brings you a list of format rule related articles. Obviously, the most relative is usually at the top. And so it's super easy to find something you're stuck on and figure it out. Another cool thing about this is our AppSheet Toolbox. If I had an app open earlier, but it has disappeared. So let me open up an app super quick. Sorry, open up this app super quick, and we'll be right into this.
Can't believe you don't have AppSheet.com as one of your bookmarks, Cameron.
Dude, I know. I've been focused on marketing and stuff lately. So yeah, this inside of AppSheet, and if you go to the if you have AppSheet Toolbox, you'll have this little arrow right here. And so we actually have the documentation where you can access it right here, without you leaving AppSheet. And we think that's super cool. Another way that makes that that pushes that just another foot further to make it more powerful is that whenever you're writing an expression, all these expressions right here are now blue hyperlinks. And so whenever you click one of these, it opens up the documentation and searches that expression. And so it makes it super easy and super quick to, if you're like, this is the expression that I think I want, you can click on it and you can say sort, and then you can read about sort and see if it's the expression, how to use it and stuff. And we think it's awesome. And so that's another way to access the documentation. And then we also have the AppSheet community forums. A great thing about this is that if it's an easy question, then it gets answered really quickly. And if it's a hard question that you have and it's a really niche use case, then usually the AppSheet community takes it on as a challenge to figure it out. And so regardless what you ask, you usually get really good responses because it's either an easy answer that somebody can answer really quickly, or like I said, it's a challenge. And all these people are just incredible AppSheet developers, and they just try to be the first person to respond with the best answer. And it's awesome having this resource where you can just ask questions and get answers. Super valuable, and we appreciate AppSheet for putting together this forums. You can post stuff about feature requests. You can post stuff about tips and tricks that you have. You can ask questions, and you can share resources. And yeah, if you find any bugs, feel free to share with AppSheet through there. And And then AppSheet actually has their free Udemy course. And so if we swing over to Udemy real quick and you type in AppSheet, so if you type in AppSheet into Udemy, you'll see that AppSheet has their own official Udemy course. And we also have two of our paths available on Udemy also if you prefer using Udemy instead of our website. And so, yeah, so if you click on the AppSheet official one, this is what we love about this is that actually our president, Stefan Quartermont, is the one who recorded these videos. So this is a free Udemy course. You just log in and you enroll and you get free access to it. It is 57 minutes of video content, and we think it's a great resource also. All right, so swinging over to the next tab. Another thing that we appreciate, a good friend of QREW and a good friend of AppSheet Training, Jake Nod, has actually put together a community post of learning resources that he really likes. And we think we 100% agree with everything on the list, and we endorse it all. It's a great list that he's compounded. And so you can go to that on the AppSheet Training, on the AppSheet community page, and he just has a long list of everything that's helped him throughout his AppSheet learning experience to become the developer he is now. And so he just has tons of resources, tons of comments down below, different threads that he's found useful. And yeah, it's just a super awesome, comprehensive list of great resources that he's found helpful and that we honestly find helpful as well. And so, yeah, that's the learning content that we endorse, that we love. There's tons of other YouTube channels that we enjoy. There's Lady AppSheet that we really like if you speak Thai, and there's a Spanish one, something sheets, that we also are a big fan of. And we just want AppSheet to grow, and we want AppSheet to be democratized where anybody can learn AppSheet. And we just want to see this platform grow because we believe in it. So yeah, those are our learning resources. And Clark, do you have anything left to say?
Not too much else. I just want to make sure everybody knows that we do host these webinars every week. We try to cover content that is relatable, and it's things that you guys can actually use. But in order to do that, we need to know what you guys need to know. We are experts, and so we a lot of times forget about the things that people have questions for. So as I said earlier, here's my email right here. I'd love to hear from you guys if we hear about a topic enough, or if it's a topic that even we might have to look up. We'll definitely try to cover that in a future webinar. But yeah, thank you, Cameron, for going through those today. I know everybody really appreciates it. Next week, I believe we will be going over Google Calendar integration, hosted by yours truly. So that one should be a fun one. So yeah, something to look forward to. But yeah, that should be all that we have for today. Any last questions for myself or Cameron in the comments? We'll give it about 20 seconds before we.
Yeah, also real quick, every single link that I mentioned is inside the description down below. And so you don't have to do the hard work of searching for these, and they're just a click away for you. Yeah, please Cameron, make a video on approval workflow. All right.
All right. Thank you for your feedback. We'll put that in our board.
Google Calendar. Awesome.
Yeah. So we'll Raphael, I personally had a lot of issues doing Google Calendar for the first time a couple months back. Uh, so it is a subject that is near and dear to my heart. Many an hour I spent trying to figure it out and understand it. So hopefully that will be a good one for everyone. Uh, but I don't see any other questions. So like I said, so glad you guys could make it, and we'll see you guys again next week. Y'all have a great rest of your Thursday or whatever day it is in your time zone.
Thank you guys for tuning in.